Hey everybody, it's Dalton. Should be fishing today, but it calls for rain out the lake. Last year I had some pretty good rain gear, nothing real high end, but what I wound up doing was not following the directions on the rain gear. I washed them and then threw them in the dryer, and they became like skinny jeans. It just ruined my rain gear. So I got to order some new rain gear. I don't mind at all fishing in the rain because you can catch a lot of fish. I was out at the lake about a week ago. I'm going to base my next trip, which is either going to be tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, on what I dealt with. And it's a winter drawdown, so the bass are coming out deeper. And I like to fish the bluff walls and the rocky banks, so they're coming off of those banks. They're out suspended a little bit, feeding on that bait fish, and I had a heck of a time getting bites. So I thought about it all week long. If those conditions are the same, what am I going to do? So one of them I saw in a video, just like we all do, we watch videos. And I'd never tried this bait. It's called a Z-Man Swims, okay? And the other one's a Yamamoto Senko. So these are two ways that I'm pretty confident I'm gonna get some bites on. As far as the Yamamoto Senko, what happens is that, I'm just gonna wacky rig it with no weight, and it's gonna be kind of painstaking because I have to be real patient with this. I gotta let it fall on a slack line. It's gonna fall real slow. Could be 10, 20, 30, 40 feet down, and I'm just going to have to let this thing just slowly fall the way it's designed to do. It'll make a little movement as it goes. But the idea behind it, using about 6 or 8 pound test, is to get that bait in front of those bass that are up in the water column and probably get some bites with this. The other one I haven't tried yet. I haven't tried this particular bait, and that's that little Z-Man bait. And it's a 2.5 inch little bitty swim bait. And all I did was I put it on a Z-Man net head, and there's two ways I can work this. One of them, if I'm looking on my graph and I see that bass are 10 or 15 feet under the boat, I'm going to have to count this thing down. And what I'm waiting for is that first bite. When I get that first bite, I'm going to have to remember my count, and I'm going to count down, and I'm going to hover in that area because I have found the sweet spot. But also, if I see them on the bottom, what's nice about this is you can just work it on the bottom just like a little Ned rig. So I have to use my weekend to get some things done that I always avoid, and that's organizing all this stuff I got in my garage. I'm gonna have my wife kind of point you over that direction, and I don't know if you can see that table, but that table is an absolute mess. If you look at my boat here, I've got all these bags of bait, and I tend to keep too many baits with me, so I'm going to go through every one of these bags of bait. I got a new box to set up for my jigs, and I got all kinds of stuff to do this weekend. So I'm going to get back out the lake. I'm going to throw that Senko. I'm going to let that sucker sink really slow. I'm going to take my little Z-Man swim bait, and I'm pretty confident I'm going to get some bites on these things. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I got a lot of work to do. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you next time.